Local Biz Now with Joe Vagnone, where your business matters. Local Biz Now.
You have to determine what is working, what isn't working.
Joe Vagnone is a respected business broker, helping individuals buy and sell businesses. Joe has successfully owned and operated many companies in a variety of industries. This is Local Biz Now, because your business matters.
And this is Local Biz Now. You are listening to the #1 talk business show in all of North Carolina. We're coming to you live from Burner Cigar, home of the finest premium cigars and finest cigar smokers in the world. Great people, premium cigars. Life is good at Burner Cigars, located in Burkdale. Go on by there. Tell them Joe sent you, and your first cigar is on me. You are listening to Local Biz Now. I am Joe Vagnone. We hope to inspire, inform, and entertain you to start your Monday, because that's what we do here at News Talk WSIC. This is 105.9 FM, 100.7 FM, 1400 AM. I'm going to prove to you why we are #1 in the state. We've been doing this strong for over 10 years. We have well over 850 interviews of small business people and community leaders. We also have well over 575 videos on my sexy, brand new YouTube channel. Go to Joe Vagnone Business Broker, Joe Vagnone Business Broker. When I say sexy, I don't mean me sexy. I mean this station is sexy. They've done a really nice job of breaking everything out, and there's a lot of learning and interviews that are on the YouTube channel. Please go there. We are also live on the book, on the tubes, on the X. For those of you who don't know Joe Talk, that is Facebook, that is YouTube, that is X, and they got some kind of podcast thing that I don't know nothing about all that. But I promise you, if you want to see this show now and or in the future, you will be able to do it. And we thank you for listening. Again, we've been going at this strong for over 10 years. And most of you that listen to the show know that every month we have a brand new co-host. This month is no exception. I have brought to you the finest of all people as my co-host. And those of you that know me know there's one thing I enjoy. That is sharp, strong, intelligent women. I married one, I hang around them, I work with them, and this show is full of them. You're going to get a chance to meet some dynamite women. And today and for the entire month, most of you who listen to the show have heard me say this before, Miss FitOne, Elizabeth Colen. Elizabeth, the founder of Misfit One Lifestyle, misfitone.com. She is delightful. She is delectable. She is delicious. She is daring. She is dynamite. She is anything D. Elizabeth, thank you for being here, young
Divine.
lady. Divine.
Yes, devoted.
Devoted.
Dedicated, disciplined. Let's go.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what, Joe?
And you're a little mad.
Ooh,
You're waiting in the parking lot today. So this is
wee.
the first time you've been in the new studio.
And it's nice.
It is nice.
How you got a place like this, Joe? Who did you... Wait a minute now. I don't understand how this happened.
I don't either, to be honest with you. You know, when I read off the things that this show has done, the people we have interviewed, it's been over 10 years, I really don't know how it happened. I honestly, I don't know. I just keep showing up. And the door's open, so I walk in.
Well, listen, I love it. Thank you for having me. I am so excited to be here, and you moving on up.
Yeah, we are.
You moving on up.
Yeah. And you're proving that, because this is the second time you've been a co-host, correct?
Yes.
And you've been a keynote speaker for us. Is it for one or two?
No, I've been here 2 times as a co-host. This will be my 3rd time.
3rd time. Okay.
Yeah. Because now y'all make me as Black History Month.
Oh no, you just did that.
No. But I come with the fire. I
Yeah.
come with some education for you today.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I know who we talking about. I came 1 February, you guys.
Oh.
And then you said, what is Black History Month? And I said, no, Joe, it's Black History Month.
You don't like when I say black, do you?
I can't wait till you get beat up.
You know,
I said, when you get beat up, I'm going to say, I told Joe not to say Black
You know, for 9 years, I had the same sponsor.
I know.
Black powder
Coffee.
coffee. And you didn't like that I said that.
Black powder coffee. I was like, Joe, you gonna get jumped. And when you get jumped, just remember I told you. So I'm gonna come visit you and everything. But
I did
remember,
not know
I
that
told
was
you-
offensive, you understand? I was
Yeah,
not trying to be offensive.
Oh, you know now. You know now.
Well, I no longer have that sponsor. I now have Burner Cigars. I don't have to worry about that.
You know, this is good though. I am so happy to see you, and you got your signature pink.
I want to look good for you.
Well, thank you,
I want to look good.
because you do look good.
Thank you.
Listen,
So let's do something.
let's do it.
Most people know how much I adore you, but they do not know why. I want you to go back to 1963.
Okay.
Tell them that story.
Well,
Of
I
how
wasn't
you was
here
a big
yet.
girl and you was at the doctor. Well, walk them through that.
Okay. 1963. Just for clarification, I was not born yet.
Well, you get the point of the question.
Yeah, I was born on a river, down by the river. No, okay. So listen, I used to be over 250 something pounds.
Yeah.
I wore a size 24.
I mean, I don't know what
24.
that means, but okay. Big.
That's big.
You're a big girl.
I was morbidly obese.
Okay.
And I have lost over 115 pounds. And this year will mark the 20 years that I have maintained that weight.
I mean, if you would have told me that story, I wouldn't have known, right? Yeah, I wouldn't have known. that.
Right. Isn't that
Now,
crazy?
now, your motivation was health? I mean, you just felt like I'm not going to live if I continue this.
Well, when somebody taking body parts out of you, you know, that was when it was a major aha moment for me. When I had to get my gallbladder removed because I was eating Church's fried chicken every day for lunch.
Oh, the chicken delicious.
Ooh, wait. Now you caught me in my soul because that was yeah. Every day I would have my lunch there, every single day, and I would get heartburn and I would be sick and all that. But it must have been bad chicken. Nothing told me to stop going.
Whoa, I got it.
Right? I'm
Yep.
like, oh man, that must have been bad. There the next day. So when I finally went to the doctor, I had severe gallstones. My gallbladder was so misshapen that they had to remove it. So we had to set a date because I was also too heavy to do it then. So I had to lose a little weight before we did it. So the day I went for my surgery, mind you, I had already lost weight. And I was too big to be put on a regular scale. So I was on a cattle scale. You know what they weigh cattle on? Or automobiles? You gotta walk. So I'm on this scale. And it flashes up your weight. Everybody in there is like,
They're looking the other way.
yes, and it was like you could hear a pin drop,
Right.
Everybody was like, and then you know me, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna
Right.
lose 100 pounds.
That's right.
Well, it must have resonated with my soul because from that moment on, I did it. So that was the end of that.
Let's take a break. When we come back, we're gonna dig into now how you are helping other people do the exact same thing.
Thank you, Buster.
You are listening to Local Biz Now. I am Joe Vagno, and I'm here with Miss FitOne Elizabeth Cole. She is extraordinary, exceptional. Something else you want to add? Dynamite.
Elegant. What we going with?
We'll be right back.
There's more Local Biz Now.
Where we going?
You was like, eat. I'm like, okay, I'll follow that. Whatever letter you got, I'm ready.
I thought you were on E.
Me
Girl,
too.
Girl, I don't even want to follow that. That
Hey,
was
oh
my
good.
God.
That was
I
great.
could use a bottle of water right
Me
now.
as well, please. Thank you.
Can we leave now? Because I think you could do that.
We could. I mean, we could.
But we want to hear
But remember,
from you.
she's here all month.
Yeah,
so that's right,
yeah.
that's
I
right,
want to hear
that's
what
right.
you guys have to say. I'm telling you. This is really, Joe moving on. Oh, you got screens.
Wilton, you're a
Oh.
fine man.
Thank you so much.
You don't get to call him Wilton. You call him Bill.
Bill?
I get to call him Wilton. Let me be clear about that.
Mr. Bill?
I don't know about Mister.
This is a far cry from that studio.
I know.
I remember that was just it felt like you were walking into like a.
Is this the right place?
Yeah.
Well, that station, literally the oldest
It's still there,
station,
right?
Yeah.
oldest station in North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
That housed AM and FM together. They were the first station to do that. Almost 80 years ago. And that building, I think, was good
Are they
60
still
years
in
ago.
it?
Hey,
Are they
Bill,
still in it?
can I get the Wi-Fi? But I mean, I have my notes on
It
my
was like
on my
walking
phone.
into like
Okay.
a 1930s
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
building.
Yeah.
Dark.
The
like,
it's
ceilings like
isolated.
this
Yeah.
high.
Yes. Yeah.
In the middle
No,
of
this is
anywhere.
great. This is nice.
Mac.
Okay. So did you bring something you want to chit chat about?
You know I did.
So let's do
Go
that.
ahead. Do it. You right here.
Yeah, don't say it out loud because we're live on the thing right. Every single person on the book right now is gonna know your
Wow.
Wi-Fi.
Ooh.
I wish I could say that's the reason why I came in here all silently and tried to be all.
Oh, I
tech
thought
honest,
you were.
but
I thought you
You
were
can even
being
take
on
it
top
and do
of
it,
things.
and then give
Is
it
that
back.
okay?
Yeah,
sure,
go
but
ahead.
It's also just one of those crazy character ones.
Right. I understand.
Crazy character.
That's so funny. Yeah, you know I brought something because I love Black History Month. I was thinking all week, what I'm gonna talk about? Educate Joe a little bit.
You know,
Yeah.
I thought I was a good guy until you come around and you just treat me like the worst prejudiced man in Cornelius.
What you don't know, you don't know.
You don't know. I don't know how prejudiced I am.
You don't know.
I'll bring that computer
Thank
back.
you, baby. I got everything I need right here.
She got everything. She didn't make fun of Joe right here.
Starts here.
You know I love you, Joe. That is how it works. Ooh, thank you.
Welcome back. You are listening to the #1 talk business show in North Carolina, live from Burners. You like what I say? Live.
I like
Okay,
that.
you like that?
Mm-hmm.
Live from Burners Cigar Studio. Premium cigars and exceptional cigar smokers. Great people. Premium cigars. Life is good at Burners Cigars, located in Birkdale Village. Go on by there. Tell them Joe sent you, and your first cigar is on me. If it is Monday afternoon, your business matters. We hope to inspire, inform, and entertain you because that's what we do here at News Talk WSIC. And I'm here with Miss FitOne Elizabeth, my young lady.
Colen.
How are you, darling?
I'm really good. I'm so excited that we are having this conversation today. I'm excited about the guests because you know what?
So I got you all month, though.
I know.
All month.
I am.
You might have
fired
ran
up.
the guests off because they heard us talking and they're like, oh, boy, I don't want none of that.
I know.
So why don't you tone it down before they
You a
leave?
little scary.
I'm scary. Okay. So
True
now-
woman. You see how we could turn it on them?
La-
You know?
Last time you were on the show, you made sure I thought I was prejudiced. You understand that, don't you? We gonna drop that, or we gonna hang
we
on
gonna
that?
see how you do this. We don't know.
We don't know yet. I could have grown. I could have grown.
That's what I'm hoping.
Okay.
That's
Hold on.
what
Okay.
That's what we all praying for.
Okay. So what you want to talk about?
Okay, listen. So back to what we were saying. Now I help people, live a healthy lifestyle. My company is Miss FitOne Lifestyles, and I started doing things that I knew.
And they can go to missfit1.com,
Com,
and that
yeah.
is an exceptional website.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And what it's all about is that I sat back and determined what I did, right? Because I was a personal trainer and I helped people get, man, they were amazing. But when they stopped coming to me, they would gain the weight back. And then I said, I moved here. And I'm like, I'm going to be a nutritionist. Went back to school, became a nutritionist, gave out amazing meal plans. It was amazing. They lost weight until they got off of that. So I was wondering, what was the difference for me? Sat back and reflect. I had to go to therapy. I had to learn all the things that was going on inside. So we as human beings, we focus on what we see, which is the outer. But really what's happening is stuff inside that is triggering the outer. So what I do now.
Whoa.
Yep. You know.
You getting ready to tell me that a big boy or a
Mhm.
big girl
Mhm.
got mental problems?
Not mental problems. We all got problems. We all mental.
Okay, that's fair. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Right? It's just that it could be stress. We're not sleeping well. We burnt out. We've learned to live in a society that expects more, 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 more. And how can we do that, right? We can't do everything. So we have to learn to set boundaries. We have to learn to do self-care. And let me tell you what self-care looks like for
Perfect.
me,
Perfect.
right?
Okay.
Self care is taking care of yourself so that you can function, making sure that you are getting good, well balanced food, making sure that you're getting enough sleep, making sure that you are getting enough what you need to give to others. That's different from self pampering, you know? So self pampering is where we go get our nails done, we go get a manicure. That's just like when we have a car. If we go get the car washed, and shampooed and shined up, but we never give it an oil job or we never give it gas,
Right. Okay.
right? We're
Okay.
focusing on the outside. So we need to focus on the inside. And I promise you guys, I promise you, as sure as I'm black, you see how I said
Yeah, I
that?
see that. I ain't
Sure
gonna
as,
mess with
sure,
it either.
sure as I'm
I'm gonna
black.
stay away from it.
Then you will reflect on the outside. So what you are doing on the inside always reflects on the outside.
And I lost a bunch of weight, and I
Yes.
slowly gained most of it back, not
hmm
all of it
You
back.
you found it.
I found it.
Yeah.
I found it. And it really was a motivation that I had. And it wasn't about losing weight. It was about enjoying being on the bike. It was
Yes.
about reading books, I mean,
Feeling yourself.
it
Yes.
really was something completely different.
Yes.
It was never the goal of losing weight. I mean, you realize you were losing weight as you were doing those things. So it was sort of positive, but
Absolutely. And my 6 week program that I is almost done. It is called Blissful Escape. And what's great about it, everybody in there, and we don't focus on your food and don't focus on exercise, but we make sure you get exercise in, right? Ever. But we focus on your internal, and everybody has lost weight. We're doing a VIP day. So that everybody who went through the class is going to get makeup, pampered and headshots. And they bought their dresses, and now their dresses are too big, and it's so funny. They like, I can't believe it. And it's great because that wasn't what we focused on, right?
okay. Something happened since last time we were together.
Oh yes.
It looks like you wrote a book or put together a
Wellness
planner or
planner,
something.
yes.
Wellness.
Just a
Tell me
healthy
about it.
girl living in a healthy world. She's creating her healthy world, and it is so amazing. It has sold out 3 times. What it is a set of 4 because I'm all about small steps. Take small steps, and so you get 4 quarters, right?
Got it.
And so every day it starts with, your affirmations, your intentions for today, what task are you looking for? And then at night, it has a night ritual. How did you love yourself today? Did you read? Did you journal? Did you exercise? What was your today's triumph? And it asks you also, what are you excited about? Because every day we should be excited about something.
So, how long did that take you to put together?
Oh my God, I've been working on it for about 2 years.
So you were working on that last time you were on, because I didn't know anything about this. When I went to your website, I could tell it was
I
new.
have a lot of new births that happen in August. A new
Oh, really?
skincare line.
Really?
I've been working.
You big time, girl.
I've been working. We moving on up.
So, what is the advice you want to give somebody that's just ready to start? They've been hearing all this. There are 100 different new pills out there, and every other hour is another weight loss commercial. That person, they're just like, maybe I'm ready. What do you say to them?
Great. When you say you are ready, then you are ready because nobody can do it for you. You are it. You are the IT of your life. There's no knight on a white horse that's going to come and rescue you. Nobody's going to give you a magic pill. You have to determine that you are worth it. You are worth enough to love yourself to health. Because a lot of times we are constantly talking about ourselves and being so negative and hard to ourselves. And so we start believing that, like, oh, whatever, I give up because I can't do that. That just wasn't the right program for you.
So for me, it was interesting because if somebody would have told me my personal motivation was going to be reading a bunch of books that I never had a chance to read, so the
Right.
bike and putting the headset on, listening to the book
Yes.
was my motivation. It was the way I could listen to those books,
Right.
right? I don't know how that. In other words, it wasn't like a plan, right? It just happened.
Right.
So somehow they got to get to a point that what they're doing is different than sitting in the recliner.
Absolutely. And it's all about what you value, right? So see where you spend most of your time. Where you're spending most of your time is what you value. Same with your money. Look at your money. Follow the money, honey. If you look at your bank statement, your credit card, where's most of your money going? That's where most of your energy is. So,
It might be DoorDash.
DoorDash. Absolutely. Restaurants, Starbucks, McDonald's, whatever it is where most of your energy is going. So what you want to do really is write out what is your why? What is the big picture? What does your quality of life look like? Because everybody quality of life is different. Me, I want to play with my grandkids. I got 2 amazing grandkids, 3 and 8 months. And I'm the one that's on the floor with them. I'm doing flips. My grandbaby's in gymnastics and she's learning how to do the back bend. So I told her to teach Yaya how to do it. So we were on the floor. I'm Yaya.
Yaya.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's amazing because I hate to say it, I'm the only one that actually gets on the fly, fit in her little slide with her, right? And I want to be the one that she knows Yaya is going to play with me. Right? And so that's my thing. I wanted to be healthy for my children. I thank God I was able to do that. When my kids was in college, I would go and ride bikes with them down to the beach. And my daughter was so funny. She was like, I'm so nervous, Mama. Can you ride a bike? I mean, I taught you how to ride a bike. Remember And so she was saying, it's pretty cool. My youngest daughter, who's now 24, but she's like, it's pretty cool, Mama, that you can still ride a bike. And we climbed the trees, and because we had to get down to the beach, the cliff, and we had pizza and listened to country music and thought life was grand. And she said, I took it for granted until I saw all my other friends' parents come to visit, and they couldn't do anything. And so I really want to say thank you for being an example to me. So now I want to be an example for my grandkids and let them know that it's okay to be able to live a healthy quality of life. And it's not a punishment.
So we've only got about a minute. So describe for them when they go to misfit1.com what they're going to see on that website.
Me. No, they're going to learn, and this is what I talk about all the time. I want everybody to live fit. And when I say fit, I mean focus plus intentions equals transformation. So when you focus on the thing that you really want, that's why you have to find your purpose. And every day you have to move with intentions. You have to have the GPS of life, right? GPS work because you know where you're starting from and you know where you're going to go. Even if you get off track, it goes, go back here. So your mind is the GPS of your body, your life.
Okay.
Figure out where you want to go.
So now everybody listening knows why one of my favorite women is here.
Thank
Miss
you, Joe.
FitOne, Elizabeth, founder of Misfit One Lifestyles, misfit1.com.
Holla at me.
You listening to Local Biz Now. If it's Monday afternoon, your business matters. You want to try that?
Your business matters.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
Yeah,
You got a little attitude in that business.
I want to do it like that.
I can totally go home now. I've been educated. I feel like motivated.
Yes, you can do this.
She does that to you. She does that to you.
Oh my gosh, I'm like, this is great. I'm so motivated
Yeah,
now.
this is great. Yeah, you can do it.
She
It's
does
whatever
that
you
to
do.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, we come back. It's about you two.
Yeah.
All right.
You got this. Now I can sit back like this.
Right. So I want to start talking to you. There's very few people in the business that do what you do, know what you know, and been around as much. And I want that to come out, okay?
Okay,
There's
okay.
very few people in the area that realize who Sharon really is, right? I happen to know that because I ran into her by accident starting Lake Norman Woman magazine, right? You know what I mean? And I started checking up on her. They're like, oh, you don't want to run into her. You know?
You can tell she is.
That's not,
Yeah, she's spicy. Look at the
that ain't
hair.
somebody you want to mess with.
I love it. I
okay,
love
all right
it.
then.
Yeah.
Okay, all right then. So because of that, a lot of people don't know. So that
Yes, sure. That's great.
Allergies are no joke.
I've heard it's bad this time
Oh,
of year.
and it's already. I'm like, wasn't it just winter?
But what is it? Like pine or what is it that gets
The
you?
thing is I'm allergic to everything here.
really.
Moved to California. I did the test. It's like 7 trees that's native to here. I'm allergic to 5 of them. There's like 3 grasses,
Like
and I'm
pine
allergic to
trees
all
and-
of them. I'm like, how can I? Like,
Oh, my
I should
goodness.
just go back to Cali. Y'all don't want me
Wow.
here.
So
Wow.
I have a question. Do you live here, like Norman here?
Yes,
Okay.
I
We
live
need to
on
put
the
her
lake.
on our list.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm in Huntersville, right?
We're gonna get you on a magazine, baby.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She be freaking off.
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh yeah.
That
I
would
mean,
be
just
She's
the
the real deal.
history is
She's the
such
real
a
deal. Yeah.
story.
Thank
That's
you
right.
Such a
so
story,
much. I
you know.
love that. I tried to find you guys on Instagram to tag you, so we have to be connected. So I,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
These women hide. You understand?
Oh yeah.
They do this, but you don't know where they are. Everybody else is running to be on the cover and to make noise. These 2 women.
No,
at the last thing
I
they-
know. I was like, wait a minute, where they come from? I can't wait to meet them.
Well, you understand that this is Julie's making. This is what Julie does. She
Julie is the
tries to put
best.
people
I
together.
love Julie.
I
Yeah.
love
Gosh, she is
Julie
so-
so much. I just-
Everybody needs a Julie.
I just want Julie. Just can I have her, Joe?
No,
Okay.
leave her alone.
Julie.
Stay away from her.
I'm so nice, Julie. Can you say that? Yeah, nicer than Joe. Can you say that,
You
Joe?
get me there. No, I can't say that.
Look, he even turned red.
No, I
Look.
can't say that.
Local
I can't say
starts
that.
here.
Yeah. You are listening to the #1 talk business show live in North Carolina. We've been doing it strong for over 10 years, and we hope that you will go by Burner Cigar in Birkdale. Tell them Joe sent you, or you heard it on WSIC, and your first cigar is free. I am here with Miss FitOne. She is Elizabeth Colen. She is the founder of Miss FitOne Lifestyle, MissFitOne.com.
That's it.
Thank you, young lady, for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Listen, I'm so excited about these guests.
So, you know I love strong, sharp, intelligent women.
Yes.
You got some competition in the room today. You know
I'm
that.
the
don't
only competition that I would ever have. But I'm glad these women are here because we can collaborate.
So most of you listening know these women, but you know them by their work, not necessarily who they are. So Sharon Simpson is the #1 person I go to when it has anything to do with a publication. She is the publisher of Currents Magazine. Sharon, thank you so much for being here. I really
Thank
appreciate
you
it.
for inviting me. We're excited to be here.
And so, Lori, how do I introduce you? You are Lori Helms is a dear friend. I mean, Lori was somebody that I met before I knew what journalism actually was in a local level. And I ran for office many years ago, and you were very kind to me. You sort of explained, here's what I'm going to do. Here's how it's going to work. No, I'm not going to do what you want. I'm going to write the article the way I need to. But but it was genuine, right?
Well, there was no gotcha stuff.
And that's why we connected, because you are just really genuine.
Thank you.
And then when Sharon and Mac needed an editor, I thought, like, gosh, what a perfect fit. You know.
Call out of the blue.
It was a great fit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Has it been, or they've been treating you bad?
I tell you what, it has been phenomenal. You know, to go from hard news
Right.
for 20 years, covering town board meetings, I love them, schools, you know, small business, all of that, to go to a lifestyle magazine, it's been a shift for me, but it's been a delight. I
Yeah.
mean, honestly,
Good.
for the leash that I'm given,
Right.
for what we cover, I mean, it's really been fun.
So those of you, I'm speaking with the publisher and the editor of Currents Magazine. If you're on the book, if you're on the tube, I'm holding up one of the magazines. I don't know which one is the.
That's our
That's
latest.
the newest one.
Okay,
Yeah,
you got the newest one. Okay,
Yeah.
I got to bring these home so my
They're
wife has got something to
beautiful.
read.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
We have a
stunning.
You just hit on it. These are true professionals doing an absolutely professional job. There is a difference, and the difference shows up in every effort that you guys put this together. It really is a phenomenal magazine and has been for years. So, Lori, if you don't mind, I want to talk to Sharon just a little bit because of very few people in the area, know where you started.
Oh, no.
Oh, this should be good.
I know, right?
I want you to go back to 1963. Give us
1963.
that's right. Give us a little rundown of your background because it really is expansive what you've gone through.
Okay. No, thank you. I actually started in the publishing business with the Charlotte Observer, when there actually was a big metropolis
That's right.
newspaper, city newspaper. And I was 17 years old. And, you think when you start a job at 17, it's going to be kind of a temporary, we'll work there for a while and then I'll go and do something else. And it was my niche. It just kind of marketing, sales, talking to people, talking to business people, finding out how they do business, what can I do to help them. And so I just stayed. And 32 years later, I was still there, and I had become the director of all the magazines. Back then, the Observer had 7 different lifestyle magazines, and we just, we were just pumping it out.
Lori, did you know that about her?
No, I mean, I knew she had been at the Observer.
Yeah.
But I didn't know
yeah.
they had that many.
Oh yeah, we
You
had.
sit next to a big deal. You understand?
I know.
And
No.
what a blessing that she found what she enjoyed at 17
That's right.
and
Yeah.
stayed there. That's like
right.
Yeah,
amazing.
people don't do that anymore.
No.
But I mean, hey, I can do this. This is something I
You're
can
showing
do.
your loyalty, but I mean your age by your loyalty.
Exactly.
People
I
don't work
know.
at
And I'm
17
still
anymore.
doing this. And I watched the magazines thrive. I watched the Observer thrive, and then of course, the ebb and flow of life happens, and technology came, and the internet came, and all of those things came, and then print. The newspaper was, seeing a dwindling, and they started just kind of, taking out some of the magazines, and this one wasn't working, and and then in 2008 my time came, and it was like, we just can't do this anymore. But I worked with such a great team of professionals that, knowing and seeing it coming, we were able to actually sit down together in my living room and say, this is all we know. This is what we do. We've been doing this, for at the time we were doing magazines. I'd been doing magazines for 20 something years. So I said, it's all we know. What can we do? And and my team were like, let's keep doing it. Maybe we can find somebody to invest us,
Right.
work with us. And somehow, through divine intervention, we found someone who said, you know what? I was in the publishing business too. I totally get it. I want to support you guys. And so we just took what we knew and we created our own hometown magazine in the place where we worked and lived and knew everything about. And that's where Currents came from.
But what you did was you took and elevated what you were doing at the Observer
Yes.
to the next level. And so it was the only thing, it was the first high-end professional magazine in the area. Did it just take off immediately?
Well, I would say the magazine, it was all the things that came with the magazine. And that was the people who had worked with these small businesses. It was all my team. They all, the business people, this community knew us. So it didn't matter what name we put on the magazine. They knew that we were magazine people. We knew that we did a great job when we did the local magazine that the Observer owned at the time, So they were willing to Yeah, I've watched you do this for
Right.
20 something years. So I'll stay with you. I will move.
Right.
If you're going in this direction, I'll go with you. And the good thing about us was we had the freedom. We didn't have kind of the big corporate um,
Right.
watchdog saying, well, you can't do this and you can't do that. Or, we don't have the money for this. I mean, we were like, okay, all the things we had dreamed of doing when we had our other magazine, we were now able to do.
Well, one of them is your dog section, because that's well. The reason why I bring that up is because it's your personality. Your personality came out into. So as I'm reading this, this is something that Sharon really likes this week.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And-
I'm a dog person too.
Well, it was obvious,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
But it's such a treat to see that in the magazine, done in a high class professional. How hard is that to do that? I mean, these photos, people don't realize. I saw the newspaper last week where they had this photo of somebody sitting on a couch. It was like this horrible photo. Laura, you as
I
a
saw
newspaper person, you know what I'm talking about.
Did you
I
really?
know
It's
what
like,
you're talking
is
about.
this really the best you can do?
It's
You
not.
just don't find that at Currents. Currents, it's always top notch, high class, high quality. Where's that come from?
Well, I think it's because when you start that way, and of course we've been doing this now, we're like on our 15th year. Okay, so people recognize what we do is high quality. So if they also do high quality work,
Right.
then they want to share it with us because they want their work to be.
Right.
So when we do, when Lori is doing a home design article, it's all the top designers who say, wait a minute, I want my stuff
Right.
featured in Currents because they know how to feature it in a way where I look good. And that's
Right.
our job. I mean, our job is to make the business people out here
Right.
look good.
Right.
Because if they look good, then we look good.
That's right.
And that's how our partnerships, I think, work with the
Right.
local businesses.
So Lori, has it been a year now? A year and a half?
I started it late in 2022. I think the first edition was
Mhm.
October 2020.
I got a phone call from Sharon's partner. Hey, do you know somebody that would be a good editor? Well, I mean, who else? It's my girl, Lori.
I'll slip you 100
That's
later.
right. So tell me about that relationship because for years, right, they were kind of a competitor, right, a local
In
competitor.
a sense, I think on the advertising side, for
Right.
sure. The writing is different because we're covering totally different things in a local newspaper. I was with the Huntersville Herald for years.
Right.
Then that was sold, went to the Lake Norman Citizen when that was created. So, yeah, I had always been part of a weekly newspaper. But, yeah, I think we did compete for advertisers for sure.
Absolutely.
For
Well,
sure.
locally, everybody
Mhm.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we were just marketing a different product
Right.
than they were. But the switch has absolutely been a breath of fresh air. It really has. The luxury of being able to write human interest stories.
Right.
And we're not just writing pay for play stuff. You don't have
right.
to advertise with us
That's right.
to get a story, and
Well,
I can tell you
readers
more
know
about
that. I mean, we know the difference between the two.
I assume they do.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I totally.
I mean,
believe
looking
that
at
they
it,
do.
you can see it.
Yes.
Right.
And I can tell you
So,
more about
so let's talk a little bit. I pulled up your latest thing that you got going on, which at Lake Norman's Best. I love this kind of stuff. You know that, right, about me. So let's take a break. When we come back, let's talk about some
Okay,
of that.
absolutely. Love to.
Okay? Are you ready for this?
I am. I want to know the
If
best.
it's Monday afternoon,
Your business matters.
yeah. We'll be right back.
You might get replaced. You better watch
I
it.
know. I know.
Hey, Wilton, I'm getting a big echo out of my microphone. Is it just coming? Is it just in mine? Can you hear me?
Something's beeping.
Because you look like you ain't paying me no never mind.
Are you beeping?
Something's beeping.
Yes.
I can hear that beep. Should I be hearing that beep?
Am I hearing it?
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
It's
Too.
coming
Yeah,
from over
there's
there.
everything's beeping.
I don't hear anything in here.
Oh, it's in mine too.
Yeah, it's in mine too.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Sounds
the
like an
beeping is.
alarm.
The beeping is something new.
The beeping is new. What's this beeping, Justin? I'm looking for it right now.
I'm like, it's not my alarm.
No, it's not my.
I
No,
think
no,
it's
no, I-
important.
I-
I care.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's
I wanna
one.
hear it, yeah.
If,
Yeah.
if you care, then I care.
That's right. Everyone
I'm good with a
does.
fan club of 2.
You can count on me.
That's better than
That's
one.
it, yeah.
Better than
I've
one.
been on Laura's fan club for years.
You know what? I had
You know,
forgotten.
I keep selling these medias around town, and Laura keeps showing up at all of
Yeah, there the shit popping up.
But I
Yeah.
had forgotten about
Okay.
you running for office. I was thinking back to when you helped us establish the business section.
That's right.
In this, you were very helpful with
That's
that,
right.
and I think that's where we really
I
grew
completely
that
forgot about
friendship. But I'd forgotten about you running for
That's right.
office.
And I have a funny Lori story.
Oh,
Then I
dude,
wanna
let's
hear-
tell it.
Oh,
Let's
Lord.
tell it. Let's
Yeah.
tell it.
This
Oh,
is
no.
awesome. I
I'm
mean,
scared.
I am in love.
That's the
Isn't
real
it
deal,
beautiful?
ain't it?
Mhm.
We should mention.
That's why Julie
It's-
wanted y'all together. You
It is
understand that,
so
don't you?
beautiful because our
Oh
layout
my
designer
gosh.
is exceptional.
Yes.
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 On
This would be
1059,
great on your
100.7
coffee
WSIC.
table. when you
That's
go
what
to
it's
the
supposed to
We
be.
don't do people on the cover.
No, no. Unless it's kind of a famous.
What's going on with my-
You are listening to Local Biz Now. I am Joe Vagnone. Please go to Burner Cigar. Burner Cigars sells the premium cigars and has the most exceptional cigar smokers in the world. Great people, premium cigars. Life is good at Burners. Go there at the Birkdale Village. They're in the same parking lot as Dick's Sporting Goods, and your first cigar is on Joe. Thank you so much. We do appreciate it. You are listening to Local Biz Now. I am Joe Vagnone, and if it's Monday afternoon,
Your business matters.
yeah, and I'm speaking with Miss FitOne Elizabeth, founder of Misfit One Lifestyles. Go to misfit1.com. She'll be my co-host for the entire month. But today,
Today,
we got some more special women.
not more special, other special.
More special.
No,
No?
we are all collaborating. You see how men try to set you against each other? But women, we stick together, honey. You can't do it, Joe.
Oh, okay. It's going to get a little tough around here for me
Yes.
for the rest of the show. With these
Look at
women ganging
Lauren's
up on.
face.
Yeah, yeah.
Her mouth not saying nothing, but her eyes are saying it all.
She gave me the same look my wife gives me, like, what are you doing?
That eyes.
I've tried to keep him out of trouble, and I don't.
It's difficult.
Mm-mm.
It's
Okay.
difficult.
Can we move on?
Please.
You ladies now know why I'm still here after 10 years. If you're making fun of Joe, that's good radio. So they're okay with that. So, Lloyd, you wanted to talk about the differences in writing styles, because I've known you to write for 3 or 4 different publications. I have read them all, and my favorite is Currents. It always has been. As a matter of fact, it's kind of this refreshing thing when I front to the page of the editor. You talking to Joe, right? you know, so it's just maybe it's because we've got a connection, but it is a refreshing, genuine approach to what you're getting ready to show me, and I really like that.
Thank you. I think what sets us apart is everything is locally curated, locally written. We're not just throwing in, oh, this page we're going to do this business, this page we're going to highlight this business. It's not, I said it before, and it's not pay to play journalism. We feature everything from, we talk about volunteer groups, nonprofits. We talk about young leaders every other month. We feature a child or a teen that's doing some exceptional work in their
Right.
community or in their school. We have a navigator section where we talk about local movers and shakers that maybe you ought to be aware of. That hey, this person's going to make stuff happen
Right.
in your town. I love the columnists that we have in our limitless section, which is kind of our 55 plus targeted section. He's a retired educator, grew up in the deep South. He's just got that voice
Right.
and that connection with here's what we're experiencing over 55. So it's not, it's very special, and it's easy for me to say, but you really have to look at it.
No, it coming from you, right? Because I know your experience, right, is been around with these different publications. For me, I wonder if you ladies know this. You guys, when I open up this magazine, you like take me someplace else. You know, it's the only
our weekend getaway section. I forgot about that.
Absolutely. I mean, there's wineries and stuff like that, which I may never go, but I love that you guys are writing about it, telling me I should go. I'm not leaving the Cornelius, you understand? But if I was going to,
Are you scared you can't get back?
That's right.
They won't let you back in.
That's right. But it really is a magazine that takes you someplace else, right? You know, it's outside of just Joe thinking of business and my ordinary stuff, and I think that's what makes it so special. So, we were talking at the break, Jen. You said I got a Lori story.
I do have a
I
Lori
would love
story.
whether Lori wants to hear it or not. I want to hear.
Editor, you're supposed to run that by the editor.
No, we didn't discuss this first.
No. I love this story because I think about it and it makes me laugh, and it made me laugh at the time. But of course, at the time, I didn't laugh.
Oh no!
Hang on, Elizabeth. I don't know where this is going.
No,
Should I
but
unplug these now and just walk out?
I remember when Lori was, being considered for the position. And so Matt came to me and said, hey, you've done this for a while. Why don't you talk to Lori? So I'm talking to Lori on the phone, and, we had a great connection. And I remember her saying, well, you're a monthly publication. I'm used to doing weekly publications.
Just like Lori talking herself out of the job.
Yes.
That's the Lori I know.
So she's like, so what do y'all do the rest of the month? Because, if I get everything
Shannon says, "I
done the
live my
first
life."
week, then what are we going to do for the next 3 weeks? And I remember thinking, oh, you have no idea.
Poor baby.
And she is absolutely right.
Yes. And so I was like, well, we have a schedule, and but I was like,
You don't
I
want
was
to
like,
overload
I
her at
didn't
that
want-
moment.
yeah, but I'm like, if she thinks she can do it in a week, then I'm the first
She's
person
hired.
to say,
Yeah.
you go right ahead and do this magazine in a week, and you can just sit there for the
For the
next
rest of
3
the-
weeks.
But it is a little bit easier because the deadline's only once a month, right? Compared to once a week.
That's true. But there are other things that have to fall in line during that 30 weeks or 30-day cycle.
Right.
And
Surprise,
I'd love to
surprise.
crank it out in a week like I was doing at the newspaper, but it's just not happening.
And it's so
Not
funny because
happening.
people do say that to you.
Right.
Oh, well, you have 30 days. There is something going on every day
Right.
of those 30 days.
It's funny because I look at this magazine, I'm thinking, there's no way you get. I mean, this could
Yeah.
take 3 months
We have
to do some of
great-
these articles.
We have a great bunch of contributing writers and photographers that help crank this out.
Right.
I couldn't be done without them.
And we have a designer who
Our
reads
designers.
our mind.
Oh my
You've
gosh.
got to have a designer that can read your mind. And we are lucky enough to have one.
Yes.
Because
Well, and that's years of
she's a
you
journalist,
teaching that
I'm
person,
a
right?
marketing person.
Right.
So
Right.
I say, I think this is what I want. I kind of see it this way. But you have to have someone to say, I know what you mean.
Mhm.
That
And
is magical.
I just want room for lots of words, and they're like, we're
Right.
gonna have pictures too.
You're like, okay,
Yeah.
you insist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Sharon, you've been doing this for a long time. It looks like you're just as excited about doing this as the day you started.
I mean,
And I was around when you sold it, right? I thought you
That's
were going
right.
to pack up and go to Hilton Head.
that's right.
That's
That's
right,
right.
yeah.
And Currents is my baby.
Right.
And every time my husband says, it's probably about ready time for you to retire. I'm like, but what's my baby going to do?
Right.
What are they going to do?
Who am I gonna leave it with?
That's right.
Yeah.
And now because we've done it and we have a system and we all worked so well
Right.
together, and it's the same team. We don't have turnover.
Right.
It's the same people
awesome.
that have
Yeah,
worked
that's true.
together for so long that it's a very well-oiled machine. And, yes, I can kind of step back and say, we've
Right.
got it. I can one day, when I want to, retire, but it's not today.
Not today.
Not today.
So let's talk about some of the things you do that are interesting, intriguing, and of course we talked about the whole dog series,
yeah,
right?
yeah, we did the
That's your
dog thing.
thing, and anybody in the area knows we look forward to that, right? And it's become an event, right? Talk just a little bit about that.
Well, we started out prior to COVID. We have done a what we call Currents Canine Cover competition. Okay, with the dogs.
Pierre is gonna win.
Yeah, so, and so we created it. We created where people would send us photos of their dogs, and they would upload it on Facebook. And then we actually had an event where the top 10 would come, and it was kind of like an award show, and the dogs would come up, and the owners would. I mean, it was great. And everybody brought their dog. Of course,
And you loved every bit of that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We had some local celebrities kind of be our MCs, and that was great. And then, of course, COVID hit, and we just kind of had for 2 or 3 years stopped doing a live event.
Right.
And so we said, we're going to make it all now. Everybody's doing social media now anyway. So
right.
we just put that whole competition on social media, had people vote. And everybody loves to see their dog in the
That's right.
magazine.
That's right.
Babies and dogs. That's the thing.
Yes.
Yep.
So the latest is Lake Norman's Best. So talk to us a little bit about that. How do you see that working out? Is that a Sharon thing?
I would let her promote this because I assist in maybe cleaning up some of the editorial when we feature one of our winners.
Right.
But she's the brain behind this.
Oh, I don't know if I'm the brains, but
Oh, okay, brains.
we
Okay, how
actually
about power? She's
we
the power.
started a Best of Lake Norman competition about 14 years ago. I mean, we had barely started the magazine.
I mean, I was going to say that you guys everybody's trying to copy this now. But
Once
that's right.
we did it, because
That's right.
Charlotte would do it. Charlotte Magazine
That's
was
right.
doing the Bob Awards, and we're like, why don't we do for Lake Norman? We got great businesses at
Right.
Lake Norman.
Yeah.
So we created it. We created categories. We had, and this was way before you could just go on a website, and vote. So people would tear out pages of the
Right, that's right.
magazine, and we had a ballot there, and that's kind of
Old
how
school,
it started.
old
And us small business owners, we took it serious.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
They took
That
it
is
seriously.
so awesome.
Yeah.
And so, as it became very popular, our competition in the marketplace did say, that's a great idea. We want to do it.
Yeah,
we went in on it. You've done something
That's
good
right.
when they start copying you. That's
That
right.
is right.
Awesome.
So at this point, we decided this year, we don't want it to be convoluted with everybody else's contest. So we changed the name. We wanted to make sure people knew it was a reader's choice. This is not Currents. This is not the
Right.
staff of Currents saying Joe Vagnon
That's right.
is the best business,
Right.
broker. Broker. So we changed the name, we changed the logo, we changed everything about it, and now we are encouraging people to nominate. And then next month they'll vote, and we're having a big event at the Kane Center on June the 26th.
So please go to Currents Magazine, pick up a Currents Magazine. You are talking to the publisher and the editor of Currents Magazine. Ladies, thank you so much
Thank you
for being. I really do
having us.
appreciate it.
How fun.
Hey, Sharon,
I
thanks.
love it.
Thanks for pulling Lori in, and she wouldn't have come without you.
I would not.
I'm gonna get you ladies back again.
We love it.
Thanks. That
If
was
it's
fun.
Monday afternoon,
Your business matters.
yeah, we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Joe.
The new 1059, 100.7 WSIC, Statesville.